We are covering breaking news in New York, where a jury finds former President Donald Trump guilty of 34 counts of falsification of business records.
Prosecutors say he tried to conceal a repayment to his former attorney Michael Cohen for hush money paid to adult film star Stormy Daniels.
The former president denies any wrongdoing and calls the trial rigged and disgraceful. We contacted Governor Stitt's office for comment. He says, in part, this decision has created chaos and will lead to a lack of trust in our government. He adds, I'm glad that Trump will appeal, and I hope another judge will bring some sense to this matter.
News on 6's Alex Cameron was in New York City when the former president made his first appearance in court. He joins us now live in Washington, D.C. Alex, what's the reaction you've been hearing so far? It's along party lines.
Well, Craig, Lori, the reaction is, as you might expect, from Republicans anyway, calling this a sham. Democrats saying this is the correct verdict. But, among the Oklahoma delegation, of course, all of our members are Republicans. I've heard so far from 4 of them. So Senator Mullen, Congressman Rakeen, Congressman Hern, and Congresswoman Bice have all put out statements on social media and all essentially saying sort of the same thing. From Senator Mullen, I'll read his post on X. This is a very dark day in American history. The far left has unleashed a disgraceful, unprecedented assault on the leading Republican candidate for president. President Trump will fight this sham of a conviction, and the American people will have the ultimate word this November. So it's that sort of characterization of this being a very dark day, that this was just a sham trial that you see in the reaction from our delegation and also from others in the Republican Party. The Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, quickly put out a statement after the verdict calling this a disgraceful day for America. So it's not surprising. These are people who have been strong supporters of Donald Trump before he was convicted, before he was indicted, and will likely remain strong supporters of him regardless of what happens from here on in.
And Alex, we know he can still run for president even though he might be a convicted felon. Any ideas from your standpoint about how this could affect the campaign going forward?
Well, Lori, I think that there are a lot of people who felt that if he were found not guilty, if there was a hung jury, that would certainly help his campaign. But I don't know that it's all that clear that a guilty verdict will hurt him that much. Some recent polling showed that 2/3 of Americans, 67% of voters, said that it didn't matter to them whether he was found guilty or not guilty. Their minds were already made up about how they would vote in November. In fact, 25% of Republicans said they'd be more likely to vote for him if he were convicted. So, the lines of support for him were drawn, for most people a long time ago. We'll see, though. As we know, certain states were decided by very small margins, and there are still some small margins of people out there who are undecided, who were watching this trial, and who might be swayed by this verdict. So it's possible, although many people have already made up their minds, it's possible that this verdict today could have an impact on what happens in November. I'll certainly be watching it. Live in our Washington Bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.